What is going on, guys? Tech Bro Cholo here, and today we're doing a motorcycle review, my first one. So let's take a look at the Honda Airblade 150. Traffic continues to build up in Metro Manila as more establishments and offices open up. This is something a lot of people anticipated during the pandemic as they decided to grab their very own motorcycles. So today, I'll tell you why the Honda Airblade is a great and safe choice for beginners while I share my experience after 1 month of use. It's 7 in the morning and I never get up this early except when I have a delivery straight from Honda. That is right. Finally, I've been waiting for this for weeks. It's the Honda Airblade and I'm gonna be doing a review on it. First order of business is pupunasan namin ni Mark, si Hello Mark, yung motorcycle kasi medyo madumi siya right now and I'll be taking this out on the road right away and I'm super excited. So basic specs first. We got ours in matte Galaxy Black Metallic or Black Edition since that's what it says here on the side. I'm a big fan of black and gold, but there are also variations of blue and red available. We have a 4-stroke engine, single overhead cam, it's liquid cooled and fuel injected. We also have a 150cc displacement which gets us about 116 kph top speed. But honestly, if you're using this for city driving, it won't matter as much. Paired with a max power of 12.9 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and a max torque of 13.3 Nm, it's a pretty good everyday commuter. For the front brakes, we have hydraulic disc with ABS, and for the rear, we have mechanical leading trailing. Front tires are at 90/80/14 and the rear tires are at 100/80/14. As for the seat height, that's 773mm, which is perfect for average Pinoy heights. I stand at about 5'8", and I was able to plant both my feet firmly flat on the ground. And last, the ground clearance is at 139mm. Okay, what's up guys? So we just parked here in the Promenade Greenhouse parking lot and it was my first ever ride with the Honda Airblade. It was my first day with the bike and yeah, my comments, very smooth ride, super easy to learn, so easy in fact that it feels like I didn't have to learn at all. It's like, it felt so familiar. And kahit malubaking road, because it's the Philippines and super malubaking road, you don't feel it as much because of the suspension. And I also very much appreciate the fact that it's light and nimble, so it's easy to weave around traffic. Mabilis lang yung trip because I could weave through the traffic. I have more to say, but yeah, that was my first trip, my first check-in, and my first day with the Honda Airblade. Ang ganda talaga ng kulay niya. Black and gold looks so good. And after using it for a while, here are some of the features I really enjoyed. Okay, first off, this is the key. We have a keyless start system here, so that means when you press this, when you see that red dot, that means it's locked. When you hold it long enough, it'll turn green. So, yan, green na siya. Then you press this button. Magkakailaw siya dito. That means that it detected the key. And then we click this up one time. That is for the seat and the fuel compartments. So, first the seat. Okay, so now we can open the compartment. That's a 22.7 liter capacity and you can see may ilaw siya. It lights up for a bit before it goes off, but that's really nifty if it's dark and you need to see what's inside your compartment. And we also have a power outlet if you want to charge your phone. So if you want to charge your phone, you can't put it up in front because you'll have to keep it in here. There's also a divider just in case you need to divide whatever it is you put in here. So for example, you have some wet goods or some frozen goods dito siya sa likod or dito sa harap, while you keep other stuff, maybe important documents or maybe even electronics away from it. As for helmets, you cannot fit a full-faced helmet here, but you can fit a half-faced helmet. Sakto siya. Easy. Then for the lid, we have some tools. They're placed over here. It's really useful because it doesn't take up any space in the main compartment, so hindi sayang yung space. And you can easily access them, easy lang, take them out. and put them back. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's kind of hard. Yan. And we have a very big front here, and you'd expect that we have some compartments either here or here, but wala. So we only have the 22.7 liter capacity seat storage, and I suggest getting a top box or a compartment, an extra compartment if you have to bring around a lot of gear. So for the fuel, we press this button. Medyo matikas siya. There we go. And here it is. It feels a bit flimsy. See, it shakes from left to right, but feels pretty solid naman. Hindi naman ata matatanggal to. Here you can access the fuel tank, which is located somewhere here. Well, it's closer to the ground, which means you get a more stable ride because of the weight distribution. As opposed to other motorcycles that keep their fuel tanks up here, this will give you a stable ride. So closing that is a bit tough because you can't do it. Kailangan mong pwersahan. You have to push in hard. And once it's in, it won't get out. But again, it's a bit shaky. Feels a bit flimsy, but it'll stay there. Now to start it up, you just have to dial this up once and then press down any one of the two brakes and press this button. But it's not starting because we have the side stand down. So it stops automatically when the side stand is down. That's a safety feature. I'll put it up right now. And there we go. Now hold the brakes and start. Very, very silent start. It doesn't make a loud cackling sound when you start it up. So that means kung gusto mo tumakas sa jowa mo, madali lang. Up here, we have the total amount of kilometers, the time, and the amount of gas you have in the tank. And then when you press the select button, that shows trip A, trip B, and the average fuel consumption for trip A. For me, it's 43.8 kilometers per liter. Here on the left, we have the bright switcher. We have the beep. Okay, so beep, beep, like the Roadrunner. And we have left and right signal switching as well. Here on the right, we have the power switch, of course, and the idling and idling stop switch. So idling is the standard motorcycle way of doing things. When you stop at a stoplight, it'll keep running the engine. But if you want to save some gas and save some money, keep it at idling stop, because when you stop and the engine is running, it will stop the engine and it's easy enough to start. All you have to do is pull down the throttle and the engine starts. You don't have to go through the whole process of starting up the motorcycle all over again. Okay, so I started up the motorcycle, went around and stopped here. The engine stopped on its own and you don't have to go through the process of starting up the motorcycle again. You just have to pull the throttle. And it started up, and if you leave it, it'll stop again. Then the motorcycle stopped. All right, and here we have another safety feature. That's the brake lock. So if you're stuck in traffic, you don't have to hold the brake. If you're on a downward or upward slope, just lock it up like that and you can stay put in place. So if you are from a mountainous area, or like for me, Antipolo, there's lots of hills and stuff. So I don't have to hold it down the entire time. Just leave it and relax. And if you want to unlock it, just hold on the brake once and you're free. The alarm system is very sensitive, but I'm sure Honda designed this so the battery won't die on you because of this. Starts the alarm right away. I'm happy to say we have LED headlights, but the signal lights are not. I really like the design of the headlights. They look like the eyes of an Evangelion. And yeah, for me, napakaangas. We also have LED lights for the rear, but again, not for the signal lights. And after a full month of using this motorcycle for almost everything, I can say that the Honda Airblade is a beginner-friendly unit. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if people got this as their very first motorcycle. That's because not only will you have enough power at 150cc to zip through traffic regardless of where you live, but for a beginner, safety features like ABS and the side stand engine stop will be very, very useful. Let's face it, all newbie riders have their share of beginner mistakes, like forgetting to pull up the side stand or braking too hard in a panic. With ABS, which stands for anti-lock braking system, you know you won't end up skidding on the road if you panic brake, since that gives you a smooth, gradual braking experience. And of course, for the more experienced riders out there, you are sure to appreciate the quality of life features. Just like the keyless start, which will lock up if you're too far, and the idling stop system, which will overall save you money thanks to reduced gas consumption. All these features make the 109,000 peso price point of the Honda Airblade worth every peso, and I could not recommend it enough. If you liked this video and found it useful, you can check out more reviews on Unbox.ph. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification icon if you want to get updates when you drop videos. Once again, it's your tech bro Cholo, and I'll see you guys in the next one.